How to train your dog to do a walking handstand. To begin training this, have your dog step forward onto something such as a book. Click and reward as soon as your dog's back feet are both on the book. If your dog is having trouble locating the book, then use something larger such as a towel. Next, have your dog step back onto the item. If your dog is tempted to step round the item, try blockading them in so as they have to walk back in a straight line. If you have a small dog or your dog isn't too sure about stepping back onto a book, then start with a magazine. Start with just one and then add more on until you're up to the height of a book. Don't forget that Rome wasn't built in a day and these books weren't all added in one training session. In fact, I would recommend you go as slow as adding only one book per week. This trick isn't about getting the dog to do it as quickly as possible. It's about building up the right muscles and the right strength for the dog to be able to hold its weight up. This isn't a trick that every dog is going to be able to do. It depends on your dog's age, health, fitness and breed. The next thing you want your dog to do is to target its back feet to the wall. You can try leaving some books underneath your dog to give them the security of having something there. Also, people have reported that homemade ramps work really well for this. Keep moving the books back to keep your dog in the rhythm of going up and then removing them and trying again for the wall. It's really important to try this out in lots of different locations on different surfaces. To try and get your dog off of the wall and into the air, there are a few things that you can try. Firstly, try having your dog going up against a door so as it gets used to being in that position, and then have the door open. Try having your dog target its back feet to your leg, arm or hand. Here you can see me starting off making it really easy for him with my leg low to the ground, and then I raise it up and make it more and more difficult for him so as he has to really use his strength to get into position. Your dog will very likely go up with one foot at a time, but what you're looking for is for your dog to throw both its feet up at the same time. If you see that behaviour, then you should jackpot. Try a variety of different items for your dog to target its back feet to. The more you try, the better. Here you can see me asking him to target his back legs to a stool, and this is just a little bit too hard for him, but I give him rewards for effort anyway. If your dog does manage to get into the air without targeting something, even if it's just for a second, make sure that you catch it with a click and treat. At first you would be rewarding every time your dog pushes off the ground, but as your dog gets better and better at this, you should introduce a variable rate of reinforcement. The way to do this is to ask your dog for 2 repetitions of the behaviour before you reward, then 3, then 4, and then a variable amount of repetitions before you click and treat. Timing is really important. You have to click at the height of the behaviour. If you click a little bit too late, you reward the dog for going back down to the floor, and if you click a little bit too early, then you click before the behaviour has peaked. Now you want your dog to take a step forward. Make sure your dog's head is held low. If necessary, hold a treat to their nose to keep their head down, as this will help them balance. Pull the treat forwards and click as your dog takes a step. Once you have one step, then you are simply looking for further steps. It's acceptable for you to offer your arm to balance on in the beginning. I wouldn't recommend this trick for puppies, so don't start training this until your dog is well over a year old. I very much hope you enjoyed the video and thank you for watching.